We started today task 2.1. I share my screen about our distance course on the platform of Moodle. It is our disciplines operational logistic management and supply chains. And we find our just lecture materials. We need practical lessons. 1 minute. We open practical lesson number 4 today. This is our task. When we calculated everything, we could save our document or take a photo of our calculation if we do it on paper documents and download here when we could see red mark special. Now we need this task with information. Oh, sorry. Okay, I adding my screen, maybe it. Or we could do more, maybe a little bit. Oh, it is better. Okay, practical lesson number 4, task 2. It is the same name of topic, the same topic of our task number 2. We will do two task number 2, 2.1 today, and on our next practical lessons, we will start next practical lessons 2.2. So we need to do it and choosing a transportation provider. What we need, we have different intermediate made of different terms of supply and need to do it. Okay, I stop share my screen and stopped my record. I continue share my screen with our task 2.1. Okay. And we could see the topic of our task. It is choosing a transportation provider. From this information about the transportation provider, or if you could see this name of this big third column, it is characteristics of suppliers of transportation propositions. So we need to think that it is some 10 transport company from first to 10th. Some transport companies with different characteristics with factors. It is our second columns, factors. It is product price. It is how much we need to pay by the transportation. For example, if we used first company, we don't have any name company, only the number. We need to pay 7,800 hryvnias for this transportation. For example, if we choose a second provider, transport provider, we need to pay 3,200 hryvnias, no, and other sums from different providers. We have such factors or characteristics as product quality. So it is quality of transportation. We find on a 100 point scale. For example, first company 65 point product quality. It is about our service, how high our service. We have information about deviation in delivery time in days. For example, the first company 0 have this parameter as 0, so it's very good because it any happened, for example, for period what we discover. Second company it was once, for third company it was twice, and other information. And other parameters, it is same 15 parameters about different factors of this transport company. We will use it today. We have such information that many buyers believe that the distributor price is always higher than of manufacturer, and the dealer is seeing a higher cost than the distributor. Sometimes it's true, sometimes no. So we need to discover everything, to calculate everything, and to understand what is better for our company. As example, theoretically, this is true, but it can be completely different for different companies. This is due to the fact that the turnover of goods by a manufacturer, distributor, or dealer significantly exceeds the turnover of this product by a separate company. So distributors purchasing a higher amount of goods from the manufacturer received such discount that they can offer you company prices even lower than the manufacturer. So it is unprofitable for a manufacturer to deal with small customers since the volume of their purchasing tends or ever hundreds of percent of its sales. Naturally, in this case, there can be no question about of exclusive treatment of your company, because if we have some exclusive service, it will be something different. Now we discuss about the transportation is a simple form, as usual form, and when we change the company for delivery our products or other things. Therefore, price is not the only and often not the main factor when choosing a supplier. In any company, specific requirements for suppliers should be developed, then buyers will be less likely to make a mistake. So we have table 2.2 with initial data for determining the weight of the selection factors. We have the same factors in the second column, the first column with the number of this factor from 1 to 15. In second column, we have the name of factors, for example, product price, product quality, and other parameters we already discussed. And the next columns, it is about variant. It is about variant. You could see this information here. Please choose your variant and we discuss these parameters. So this table about variants from first to 10, and we could see that every variant have only 6 position, not 15 factors, only 6 factors. For example, first variants have factor 1, second, third, 5, 8, and 14. Second variants have factors first, second has 5, 7, 8, and 13. And so every variant has only 6 factors. So we now find the information about what we need to calculate, and after it we choose only these factors from these 15 factors. Large firms most often rely on a list of well-known and trustworthy suppliers. But when it is necessary to establish new contention, you have to study the market. Yes, we need to understand what is the main positions for manufacturer, for transport companies, and understand what we need to choose and what is better. In logistics, two methods are mainly used to evaluate the select suppliers. The point method, which today will be calculated this method, and the method of hierarchical analysis. Or we have this first letters, MHA, the name of the second method. It is about our task 2.2. We also will calculate it and understand what is the main task of this method. Their difference is in the complexity and degree of subjectivity of assessment. So we find information about which company is better for us for transportation our products, which company from this 10 transport company, it is our first table 2.1. We have 10 transport companies and we need to find which company is better for us. Of course, we choose only one company by this points method today. I opened information about calculation. Please write on your paper or in your electronic documents that you have task 2.1 and about selection. It's the topic of our task, selection of a transport service provider by the point method. So today we will be discover a point method for us and how we could use it for our task. The point method we could see table 2.3. It is an example of choosing a supplier using the point method. So we try to do the same table by our variant. Is based this point method is based on the assessment of each supplier on a point scale. The choice of factors and the weight of each factors is determined by the initial data. So we could see table 2.2 and find which factors is for our variant correct. So only 6 factors. We remember about it. We have table 2.3 as example, and now we could do in our electronic documents or in your paper if you use your paper book, for example, for this calculation. You need to do the same table with first column name of the factor, but we have every variant have 6 factors. 6 factors, remember about it. It is we could write, for example, the name of factors as in our table here. For example, first factor, every variant has first factor product price. We could write product price in hryvnias. Or we could write factor number 1. It's if you want by the name or by the number. It is not very important. But we have not 4 factors, we have 6 factors. Remember about it. We leave the last line rating because we need to calculate it. We leave this last line. Second column, it is weight of the factors. We could write this letter W with index F with index I. And where we find this weight of the factors in the table 2.2. For example, your first variance and your column 2.2, your column is in your table will be with this weight of factors, weight of 6 factors. So first will be 0.30, second 0.25, 0.05 and other. So it is your second column in your information in this table. Second column here. The sum of this all weight of factor will be 1. So you could check it and write that it will be 1. The next columns, it will be 10 columns. Here example for 3 columns, but we need 10 columns because we have 10 suppliers of transportation process from 1 to 10. So we need to choose one the best company from these 10 companies. So we need 10 columns. I understand that it is a big part. It is not 3 columns. It is 10 columns with supplier 1, 2, 3. You could couldn't write the name supplier in every column. You could write supplier in this and up line, and in the this line you could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to 10. So, and here we will be put special these points, special points, and maybe let us do this table. And after each, I with you, I will do with you, and we put this. Market by these points. We have a special point method, and we need to put special point in every this line about every factor and every supplier. We will choose this information. So now please do the same table, but we need 12 yes, 10 columns with supplier and two first and second columns. So it will be 12 columns, and with line we have 6 factors, one with name of this every columns, so it will be 7, and the last line it is rating, so H. So we have 12 columns and H line. Please create such a type of table on your document, and after it we will write every information here. Later I open this table and you could write weight of factor. Now only create the table on your paper or in your electronic documents and write the name of every columns and every line, please. I could adding this information. So we do the same table, but with this correction information for your variant. Okay, we need some time for it.
I did it.
Okay, so we got to write information about in our second column with weight of the factor. We find our variant in this table 2.2. I will do it not so big. Very good. Okay, you find, choose your variant, for example, first variant, and write in the second column this information from your column, your correct column for your variant. Only 6 factors is for you. And in your first column, you could write the name of this factor, for example, product price, product quality, or only number of these factors from first to sixth. Please do it now.
Repeat,
Yes.
please.
You choose your variant by the journal number. Yes, I do remember your variant. Which number?
My variant is 8.
8, variant 8. So in first column of your table, you write first factor, product price for every variant. And in second column, you write a weight of this factor 0.30 for each variant. So in second line, you write product quality. We couldn't write this on 100-point scale. It is very long name. So you write product quality, and the second column, you write the same weight of factors, 0.30 for each variance,
I
which
I
it
did
means, okay,
I did it.
I okay, very good. So check our third factor, quality of customer service. It is the name of factor in the first column, and the weight of this factor for each variance 0.05. And the same we do with the next 3 factors for your H variants. It will be 5, factor number 5, number H, and number 13 for H variant.
What need we do next?
Okay, so when we find all these weight of factors, we need to understand what it means in this information. For example, first parameters per factors as product price is important for our company, but important on 30%. Now, if we use not one as the sum of this weight of factors and use in percent, so on 30%, this first factor is important for our company. On 30% is important product quality. Only on 5% it is our fourth factor, quality of customer service is important for us, only on 5%. So this information about what is the main for our company. For some company, for example, for 6 variants or for first variants, product price is more important on 30%. Sometimes it is more important, for example, 70%. So the main is product price. Product in our task is the transportation process. So it is about transportation, how much we need to pay by the transportation. So we need to understand it and about this range of factors for our company. So for your company, as for each variant, the main important is product price, product quality, and other is factors is not so important. Okay, I stopped sharing and maybe we stopped recording on this first part of our practical lesson.